Well, hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, let's see if we can get some gossip what happened at the King's party. It looked like a fabulous party. Everybody was dressed to the nines, and it looked like it was a great family time. I'm sure there were some friends there, but of course they weren't named in the papers. But everybody looked dressed. Can you imagine? They were all probably nice and relaxed, not knowing anybody was recording what they were saying, and it was going to show up in a book in a year or two. I just want to know, like, let's ask the gossip cards. Did somebody get drunk? I'm sure it's not the same kind of drunk as we have. I'm sure they have people excuse them from the room. I'm sure nobody was throwing up on their shoes, kind of thing. Um, although I'd like to think they are human in that way. But it sounded like nobody left till midnight. It sounded like there was all ages there. And I just want to know, what was the gossip about the party? What's the gossip about King Charles' 75th birthday? Let's get some good gossip. Even his cousins, Margaret's children were there. So it sounds like it was a really good extended family party. The Duke of Kent was there, which was good to see because I know he hasn't been feeling well. Duke of Gloucestershire, so his mother's cousins were there. I think the other ones were there too. I don't know them all. I'm not going to pretend to know them all. All of his family was there, as in brothers, sisters, nieces, nephews. I'm not sure if the younger ones were there, Lady Louise and James. I wasn't quite sure, but it looked like who was there was really dressed nice. Ooh, conversation in reverse. Enemy. Oh, maybe I misspoke. Maybe they were careful what they said. Casa, yeah, it was at the house. It was definitely a private affair. Disgrace. Presents, well, yeah, they don't exchange gifts. The widow and the mercantile, the underlying. Oh, well, you know, it looks like there was some kind of shadow over something. Oh, this makes me kind of sad. Um, it looks like they were really careful what they said because they knew there was not an enemy, but somebody who may be friendly to other people or to the press. So it looks like they were kind of holding back some of their conversation. I think they were worried that things would be leaked about the party. Um, I keep getting this for King Charles, and I think this is I think there was like an overriding. This was a big. I'm 75, and he was thinking a lot about the people who were missing in his life. I don't see anybody like extremely drunk here. We do see it was a closed party, which it was, very tightly controlled with the house here. I think, yeah, there's no gifts. Why would he try and merch this somehow? Well, did he try and raise money for his birthday? Maybe he was disappointed in the amount that was raised. Maybe he was looking at at raising a little bit more. Or maybe he was thinking of a way he could have made money from this. What's with this with disgrace? That's interesting card. And I think there was kind of a underlying sadness to it. I wonder if he feels a little bit of disgrace about how his son is acting, I wonder if he has like regrets as a parent. Maybe I should have been more of a disciplinarian. Maybe I should have given more attention. Maybe I should have bought him that chocolate bar when we were checking out at the grocery store and he was screaming. I think I'm getting like some regrets about that. About, here I'm 75 and I'm dealing with a teenager. I'm getting that kind of feeling like, God, I should be like enjoying my life and, not having to worry that there's an enemy at the party that's going to blab to the media and this doesn't even have to be a guest. It could be workers, right? Doesn't have to be a guest. It could just be somebody a spy who is working. I want to just get this disgrace. I want some clarification on it. I also want some clarification on this. I'm wondering if he's thinking he should have maybe he should have asked for gifts to give out. He's definitely was missing somebody at the party. There's definitely some kind of, like he's almost like reviewing his life and looking at his regrets rather than his accomplishments with this melancholy here and this disgrace. Like even just think like it shouldn't even, when you're turning 75, you shouldn't have to worry about your wayward son creating an uproar in the paper or creating lies. Or I think there's a certain feeling of disgrace about that. I just want some clarification on the disgrace. Or I wonder what if he was worried about that stupid book coming out. Let's see. Oh, that was an interesting cut. One dropped off. Oh, the son. That's his son. It is Harry. He thinks Harry's a disgrace. I don't blame him. I think he is too. And I'm getting that was a kind of a wet rag on his birthday, as much as he wanted to celebrate the good, but now he's living the rest of his life. Is there an enemy in my midst that's going to, sneak my conversation out to the newspapers, out to California, like there's an enemy within my and imagine think your son is your enemy. Let's see what this merching is about. What was that about? Can you clarify that, please? Or maybe he was worried. Well, let's clarify it. I'm not going to put anything into the cards. Let's see. What's this merching card all about? Letter and oh, you know what? If you go back to my did they call, this is the butterfly showed up. I think he's worried how they or how Mr. and Mrs. Nobody is going to try and merch. That's what it is, how they're going to try and merch that they contacted him. I think he's kind of worried about that, about how they're making a fuss about it. About how, they flittered into his life and then sent that to the media. Flittered into his life when my card said they didn't call at all. But so he's worried about how they are going to use that. That's what isn't that sad? It's your birthday and you're worried how your son is going to use your birthday to promote themselves. I'm glad I clarified that though. So that's what it is. It's the flittering flopples and how they are going to merch or promote themselves, because that's what all they're doing when they put that PR in the paper. We called the king and our kids sent a Zoom. And well, did you call or did you Zoom? What was it? What is it? Or did you call him? Did you FaceTime him on his non-existent mobile phone? And then just show a video of the kids and show them in real life? Like, think about that. Why wouldn't you show them in real life? Why would you send a video of them? Think about that. All right, anyways, so that's what he's worried about, that they're marching off of him. Yeah, he's interesting. And he's just, I think this is Camilla, his love, his queen was there. And yeah, and like I've said, he had a choice to make, and he chose his love, not over his wayward son. And probably I would do the same too. I can't blame him. All right, well, I was hoping to see like fun and somebody got drunk, and here it was just tightening things up and worrying about who's going to merch on this. And he was missing his son. And yeah. Anyways, nobody got drunk, nobody threw up on their shoes. That's a boring party to me. Just kidding. Thanks so much for watching. I sure appreciate you. Take good care. Bye for now.